Hey, I'm Gamma and today I have something to take apart. I picked this up on a flea market and paid the guy on there $50 extra to deliver it to me. And, well, it's a friggin' laser. So, apparently it's from around 2005 or thereabout. I can't find anything about the manufacturer. Expomet Jetzicek KG, Germany. So apparently it's made in EU or Germany at least. And if you look at this Hairlezzz with 3Z Beauty, that's their brand, their laser brand apparently. You can't find anything on these on the internet. And well, they went out of business, not only because their type label was written in Comic Sans. Yeah. So on the back we have a breaker, Type C 10 amp, IEC input jack. On the top we have another IEC input jack and a composite something. Oh, it's probably the camera. If you look at the front, and it weighs quite a bit. We have the buttons video camera, light and exhaust. I think that's the exhaust or something. The light and camera must be in the handpiece, which looks like this. It's patented. Etoile something. Serial number 3035, and yeah, something in there. I didn't quite figure out for what this laser is for. I mean, if you look at the back again on the laser label, if I can move it around, it's an YAG. So it's a pumped laser, but it's class 3B, and that means like under 500 milliwatts or something. Quite unusual for a pumped laser. I hope for it to be a diode pumped laser and not a flash lamp, but either one, I'm fine. And it comes with a pretty beefy telemechanic switch, and yeah, there's a laser output hidden behind a shutter on a SMA fiber. Somewhere we have the fiber over here. It's probably I can't tell. Probably 0.5 millimeter fiber or something. Thereabout. Nothing written on the cable. Yeah. It's made of fiberglass and sheet metal. Oh no, it's also acrylic or something. So just fiberglass and a metal base. As I said, quite heavy, about 40 to 50 kilograms. Yeah. I'm interested to see how it works, if it even works. Well, I intend for it to be disassembled anyway, so I better try it out before disassembling it, because I know I'm gonna break something. So let's plug it in. As it has no laser yellow-black warning label anywhere on the device, I only can assume which wavelength it is, as it's neodymium yttrium aluminum garnet. It's probably 1064 nanometers, so appropriate laser goggles are a must on these devices. Well, let's crank up the power. Do something. Do nothing. Disable it again. Well, I forgot the key. They also had the key. Let's plug it in. There we go. Safety off. I think this thing is older than safety. Oh, I hear it. I hear it. Something? Reset? Ooh! Look at this. If you see joule, 2.5 joule pulse energy, that's a lot. Just imagine those fiber laser marking devices are about 30 millijoules. Number of shots 80. Is it new? Laser? 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 Reset. Oh, okay, so apparently no water flow. There's also no power on this one. I think that's the second power input. I can't do anything. It's missing some cooling water. Let's try to get some of it in and see if it works. But before I want to do this, I have to disassemble it anyways. For this, I want to check the other functions. Let's see exhaust. Oh, what's this? What does it do? Does it suck or blow? It sucks. Okay, light. What's the light? Really? It's just incandescent light bulb in there. And a video camera output. I don't have a video grabber, so I can't test it. Let's take the lid off. So I removed all screws. It just should come off easily. One-handed pro. And what do we have here? And that's not a lot. We have a vacuum pump, input filtering, small transformer, a microcontroller board, probably. I don't think it's custom made, I think it's off the shelf. And the front panel with a self-made board, it seems. Input filter, filter. Interesting. The top and the lower unit seem to be separate completely, except this control cable. So let's take off a side panel. Yeah. How do I get in here? Does this come off? Yeah, but nothing behind, just a lot of dust. Holy shit. That's a lot of dust. Yeah, I think I have to remove the whole top part. What? It somehow has to slide out. Somehow. Probably to the front, because there is a small gap on the bottom. So maybe I can just push it out slightly, maybe. I have to check on the bottom. Yeah, nope. Just 4 bolts for holding in the frame. Maybe that's the secret. Gonna take it off. Oh, interesting. We have a red lamp, an hour counter, and a missing blade from some fan. We don't need that. The interface. And let's see how many hours it got. Delete this one. Let's check the key. It doesn't seem to work. Does it need a signal to turn on? That's annoying. Well, I think I need to remove that cover as well. All this for just replacing some little bit of liquid. That took security quite seriously at some point, not at the beginning or end or anything in between. Let's see, it fits. Now, how do I... Okay, so the whole thing comes loose. I don't want to rip any cables, so it's not easy. Here. Now what do we have? We have a helium neon laser, Melis Griot, probably 0.5 milliwatt for the pilot laser. Some optic bench to combine the laser beams, and a mechanical shutter, and an attenuator, interestingly. Not an attenuator, a mirror that focuses down onto a target with a Peltier element for power measurement. Not sure what that is. Probably an SHG for converting the wavelength, so it's not 1064, it's probably 532 green. Yeah, I can't see in there. I don't want to take it apart any further. I just want to refill the reservoir in case it still works. Yeah. The laser cavity. What do I see? We have the cables going in from the capacitor bank. It's probably all in this. It's capacitors. The cavity with a thermal switch. What's written on there? Lamp NL6006, rod HG99125, date 1999. E-Toile. That's probably the manufacturer of the laser unit. A small helium neon power supply, protected. Nice. I don't see why this should have a laser class 3A rating, not 3B. I mean, even at the slightest pulse power it should be 4. I mean, it's dangerous as fuck. So, let's take off the cap and fill some liquid in it. Well, it's certainly not deionized and maybe full of dirt. So not the right type of water. But I don't care. Just for a test. No spill. I'm a pro. Yeah, so how does it work now? Do I have to connect it to power or something? No. So the helium neon laser turned on for a split second, and the pump doesn't sound quite healthy. But it should work, probably, maybe. Let's put it back together and just turn it on for a second again. Nice red laser. Off and back on again to refill. And here we go. Water flow, temp, water. No more errors. Nice. What do we have here? Maximum of 2.5 joules. That's a lot. Let's turn it all the way down. 0.7 joules. And what do we have here? Okay, that's probably helium neon laser. And the off key doesn't work. Does it? Oh, Reset. Nice. Okay, let's try it. Oh, it has to charge or something. Error 4. Right. Reset. On. What does it do? On. Okay. If we shoot. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Oh, it shoots. Right. Well, apparently it's working. I doubt it. Let's pull up the laser. The helium neon laser is still active. And it's focusing quite a bit, actually. So let's try with a piece of something. A piece of black plastic. Well, let's see. Good focal point. Let's get quite close for this. And laser on, and yeah, it seems to work. Actually. That's not a lot of power. Let's give it some more. Give it the full beams. 2.5. Lasers. It works. It's working. Quite at a low power. But yeah. Let's look at the target. Well, it burned the plastic as expected. It's quite slow, so it's a flash lamp powered laser, not a diode pumped. And it has to charge the capacitors in the bottom, I guess. Yeah, but it works. It's working. Let me try some more burn tests. Interesting. How much power does it really have? That's a piece of sheet metal, laser at full blast. So, let's see. Slight discoloration. You can see those spots over here. It's not focused perfectly, actually. I think if you focus it down a bit more, then it becomes a really, really powerful tool. Unfortunately, it's a little bit slow, and I don't think I can increase the fire rate. And so let's take it apart. We have in here, actually, as I suspected, the board is not a custom jobby. It's by Sony to receive the camera signals. It's well, over here the camera goes in, and over here the analog signal comes out. That could be quite handy, maybe not. And it's just the pump with the missing fan blades. Small transformer, 30 VA, 13 volt. What do we have here? Small control board, also nothing special, just for the LED and turning on the motor. And the other board with original bodges, MC74 HC374 and 74 C922. Take it a bit further. Lower panels can be lifted up once the top part is off. What do we have here? Sealed enclosure, made in Italy. Siemens control board. Quite a lot of stuff for just firing a laser. Small water pump and mains filter. And what do we have here? The other side of the power supply. Small transformer, pump, a reservoir or filter. Well, I think the most interesting part is in here. So let's try to lift the cover. So what do we have here? In the box. On the other side is probably a control board, but on this side we have a big 10,000 microfarad 350 volt capacitor to power the flash lamp, a relay and some rectifiers, an SCR, and two foil capacitors, 50 microfarad at 400 volt AC, made in Italy. Over there, just a data input pin and the power output pins. Let's see what's on the other side. So on this side we do have the control board, some relays, a beeper, a Siemens microcontroller, and these nasty Dallas NV RAMs with a built-in battery that go bad and nothing works anymore. There's a fuse holder that's missing a fuse. It's on the back side. That's probably an SSR on, where do I even look? Over there. Here. That's probably an SSR. Some old-fashioned transistors in a metal can. Let's take off the lid. Just unplug this. Not screwed down. Obviously this was screwed in. Let's see. There's some control logic. Probably power control. How much pulse energy is being used. That's probably the high voltage generator, the pulse. Generating the firing pulse, maybe. Power goes in here. And what do we have here? A current transformer, interesting. Well, not much to see in here. Well, I hoped for it to be a little more interesting than this. Unfortunately, that's all. So, let's put it back together and call it a day. I probably wasted $150 on this unit right as of now, as there is nothing inside that really is worth anything, except maybe the complete laser unit. Well, I wrote the manufacturer an email, not on the email on the back because it's an AOL email and it's dead, but on the newer one that's still active, I think. And if the video just doesn't cut right here, well, you're still there and they didn't answer me. They're probably thinking answering a scumbag like me isn't worth it. So, yeah, it's a teardown of a Hairlezzz beauty, whatever what the fuck, and the YAG laser. And before I forget, I have to take apart this handpiece as well. Oh, take out those screws. Just some duct tape and a fucking incandescent light bulb. Amazing. I don't want to know what this thing would have cost like back then. Probably 10k and up. German engineering. Made in the EU or EEC or whatever. Get it on the back. There is a sleeve. Behind that sleeve is an SMA connector with a fiber and a piece of fiber sticking out. So I don't want to break it, so just put it back in right away. Like so. Mr. Screw. Ta-da! What do we have here? So that's the fibrous part, the collimator. Then just a tube going into the housing for sucking up the burnt skin. And the camera module. Let's take this one out. It's probably glued in. Interesting camera actually. Well, they just soldered wires to the sensor directly and feed it back through the cable to the controller. Let's see if I can take this off. Yeah. Just a Sony IMX sensor with the cables directly from the pins going to the controller. But on the front, that's the neat part. I haven't seen this one before. I know C-mount lenses, but that one is quite small. You have a variable aperture, so I probably can see this, and variable focus somehow. TLF240S from Telly. I have heard of Telly before. Oh, it screws off, just like a C-mount, but smaller. Interesting. There's a sensor inside with a IR cut filter, so it doesn't get damaged by the laser. Well, back to the handpiece. It's unfortunately glued in quite good. I think they used CA glue on this one. So I have to use brute force to break it out. Oh, it's not CA glue, but it's this sticky stuff. Double-sided tape with some foam. Let's take apart the lens, the collimating lens. What do we have here up front? It's just just a lens. Is it dirty? For a second I thought it had fungi, but no, it was just dirty. And on the second part, I think we can use this to adjust the focus. There's another lens, just hiding in here. I probably put it in the wrong way. And there's really just the fiber next. So let's put it back in. Turn it back on and see how close I can focus the helium neon laser. Error 0. Why? Wait, did I plug the laser thingy back in? Yeah, I think it can detect whenever a fiber is connected or not, based on the weird shutter position. So let's see, I plugged in the fiber, and yeah, we have a red dot. And it doesn't focus quite to a point, unfortunately. Not that great of a lens. Let's see if I can adjust the focal distance a little for a smaller dot. Maybe like so. Let's see if it works at full chooch. Error. Reset. Okay. Let's give it a full blast at this piece of dirt. Interesting. Seems to work. Try some electrical tape. Yeah, single shot through the tape. Quite nice. Let's try this weird kind of plastic. It's quite thick. Doesn't do anything to it except coloring it. Let's see if those safety goggles that are not made for lasers at all are any safe. Let's put some tape on the back. Let's see if I can shoot through the tape. Yeah, I can shoot through the tape. Not safe at all. And I damaged my glasses. Maybe it works as a rust remover. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of works. Kinda. It also removes the chrome coating for some reason. Oil residuals, let's see. Oh, I can make my tools yellow again. Nice. Like new. Let's see if I can remove the black coating on this bit. Yeah. It works. So what does this laser do to a drop of cutting oil? Let's fire it at. Well, it shoots right through. Yeah, it shoots right through. So apparently taking out the center lens tightens the beam quite a bit. So let's burn some stuff before my battery runs out again. Very clean hole. Try some plastic again. Yeah, maybe for marking. It's nice. Metal. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. Enough playing around. My battery's empty. So, that's a teardown and a little bit of burning using this weird ass laser. I'm Kevin Putty, and thanks for watching.